Welcome to the channel. I got another great video for you today. An item that Vevors sent out to us, and it is this handgun safe. It's model SSSQH01. We're going to go over this because it has multiple, interesting features to it, but it's worth diving into because there's a lot of hand safes out there depending on what your style and needs are. Some may be more beneficial to you than others, and I want to go over this one because I found it to be useful for me. So let's take a look at it. We'll jump into it right now. So as you first saw here, this is going to be your user manual. You can go through here, see how it works, see all of its neat features, obviously how to utilize it, how to program it, because access to this gun safe is going to be via several different methods. You're going to have a keypad here for using it, as well as a biometric finger scan, and you could also insert a key down here as well. So we'll go over each of those and take a look at those. As far as overall construction, I'll let you guys see it here. It is all steel. It does have a wrinkle finish to it, which I prefer. I kind of like. It does have these plastic bits kind of on the sides, which I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it gives it styling, but it's steel underneath there. Here on the back, we'll dive into this too. This will actually be a locking point, and it actually give you a sling or a cord that allows you to lock this to, say, your desk or chair. I mean, obviously you won't lock it to a chair, but if you lock it to your desk, it gives you the ability to do that. And then on the bottom here, you can see all of the information on it. Again, the part number, working power. It does take 4 AA batteries, which they do include. We'll show you those. And it goes through its information here and where it is made, which is in China, which is the majority of Vevors tools. And then on the bottom here, you can see these additional holes. These are going to be important because if you want to mount it on a wall or if you want to mount it on the floor, that is a good way to mount it. So let's take a look here on the spacing, just so you guys know. Spacing is about 6 1/4 inches. And that beeping you hear is actually me pushing the buttons on the bottom side. We'll actually get to that here in just a second. You can see how they light up there. And then here it is on the front. I think they're attempting to show you here that you can hold 2 guns and 3 magazines. I don't know. Maybe it's just for looks. And then here is your key access hole. And it does show you a key number, so if you ever lose your key, you can use that number to go back and get the proper key from Vevor. So let's jump into operation. So first off, we'll go ahead and do the push button. You could type in either 2. It's a 2-button code or a 4-button code for quick access. And Vevor claims that as soon as you press that button, it's within a second, less than a second, that it actuates. So quick action, which I think most of us could appreciate. So we'll go ahead. I got the simple code in here right now, and then it pops open like so. Now these are the contents within it. It does have a hydraulic shock in here, along with this spring that you see that helps to actuate it. We'll go ahead and close it again, let you guys see. Close is fairly easy. It does give a fair amount of positive tension. We'll use the biometric finger. Fairly quick. So no complaints there. Actuation seems quick. Functionality seems quick. Again, here is that so you have the ability to take this cable and run it through the back there and use this as basically a tie down for that if someone's trying to take it and run off with it. So it is nice to have that little cable wire tie down for certain instances. They do provide some screws for mounting. Looks like a couple extra wall anchors, some smaller screws, which I'm not exactly sure those are for at the moment. You guys can see on there. They do come with these batteries. I will suggest, and I've learned this over time, do not use cheap Chinese batteries in your tools. Especially in this. I would not use them in this. You do store them back in here. There's a cover. And the reason I say not to use them is because once they fail, a lot of times they fail really fast and early, and they will actually corrode the contacts within. So they'll start to ooze out liquidy substance. That will actually ruin this inside here, and you just can't use it again. So I would use your favorite battery. You know, if that's a Duracell, Energizer, whomever it is that you like, put it in there and just keep an eye on it. Make sure it doesn't make a mess. Well, access inside here. This is a nice little foam tray. I was messing with it. It did break fairly easy on here. This foam feels a little dry to the touch. But all four walls are padded. The top is padded here as well. Did you guys see that? Inside's padded, sides, you guys see all that there. And yeah, it does a pretty good job. Now let's close again. I also want to show you. I must have missed that. I also want to show you inside. See that light? So it has an LED light inside here that shines down on top of the tray, and it allows you to see your gun in the middle of the night, which I like. It is a downward shine. I mean, as far as reaching out, it is kind of low. I kind of wish it'd shine all over, give you a nice good spread, but that's kind of what they've chosen there. I will say the plastics on here are just a little bit loose. I don't think that affects the overall functionality. It's just an aesthetic, but worth noting. And then to program, you're going to program with this button right here where my finger's at. You press and hold that down, and that's going to allow you to program both the keypad and your biometric finger. Now, talking about the steel on this, this is a 3mm thick Q235 cold rolled steel plate. I mean, it is fairly thick, thicker than I actually thought it was going to come at. And, I mean, for most needs, it's going to be fine. Now, is it going to keep somebody from prying this open? I don't think so. I think if someone wants to get into this, they're going to get into it fairly easy. There's only one hinge point there. I will note that here's the key that comes with it. So, you have a set of 2 keys. Easy enough to open as well. Override. I mean, this right here, that isn't super thick. It looks like it's spot welded, and most of these points are spot welded as well. This isn't super thick steel here. The outer plate armor, yes. Will this do good on a fire? Absolutely not. This is not fire rated whatsoever. It is just meant to be somewhere close, either on your table, desk, your nightstand. It's meant to be mounted there so that you could quickly get to your weapon, your gun, and be able to pull it out and protect yourself. Now, it says it could hold 2 weapons. We'll put a couple in here real quick. You know, obviously the size of your pistol is going to matter on how well things fit inside there, but you can easily fit 2 inside there, no problem. And then quickly gain access to them as well. So I think overall fit functionality works pretty good. We'll do a couple measurements for you guys here. We'll do foam to foam. That's 11 inches that direction. Front to back, I'm going to say that's about 6 3/4. And then overall depth. Of course, you can take the foam out. It's not permanent. Put the foam in there. Let's give it an average of, we'll say 2. About 2 inches deep with the foam in there. Of course, take the foam out. Maybe put a smaller foam on the bottom if you want some sort of foam. But you could go all steel without the foam liners as well. Up to you guys. But overall, I mean, nice quality unit. You can purchase it directly on Vevors' website, or you could purchase it on Amazon as well. I think right now this is running about $65 for the whole thing shipped to your house, which is a good price. I mean, good price. Now, the biometric, also wanted to let you know that it is 20 fingers you could save on this. Of course, you can always come back here and reset everything if you want to take some fingers off of there, but you could put 20 fingers memorized on there. So all of your fingers you could put on there, and maybe all of someone else's. So that no matter what finger you put on there, you will gain access to this. So I thought that was pretty trick that they have the ability to do that as well. And the overall weight of this is going to come in about 10.8 pounds. So pretty hefty. But anyways, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Is this a good setup? Would you purchase something like this for yourself, for your home safety? Or is there something else that you prefer better? I'd love to hear your guys' comments, and I answered all your guys' comments as well. So feel free to fire away. All right, guys, thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.